Brownie.
It's a podcast bonus.
Hey, everybody, it's Friday. What does it mean?
End of the week, look back, what it was, what it is, what we did, what we didn't. End of the week, you're getting out of bed with your alarm ringing at your head instead of getting ready for the weekend. Let's go through the week. Little bit of Brownie, a little bit of Chrissy. Somewhere between there's hang next, all free, cheap time, celebrate this Friday.
We put our hands up to the start of the weekend with the cheat sheet of the week.
Good morning. On Monday, we had Mystic Chrissy.
All right, now this might be an uncomfortable conversation, Emmy, but I'm just going to say it. You've called up, you've made yourself vulnerable.
Have you ever made love to a cactus? No?
Obviously, after the weekend of the Collingwood-Carlton game, Sam had a chat about it and gave us some motivational words.
If you're unaware, Collingwood is into the top four while Carlton has been bundled out of the finals. Good to point out, Carlton were in the eight for every round except now. I would say this is a great quote. Don't let today's disappointment cast a shadow on tomorrow's dream.
Correct.
You know who said that? Army Hammer.
On the weekend, Sam told us about an interaction with a fan that went rather well.
This is one of the greatest signs of respect. A young man approached me in the Savaica King.
Yeah.
I said, I'm a big fan. I said, oh, thank you very much. No photo. He had bought me a potato cake and a dim sum.
It was a big weekend for Sam with football, potato cakes and charitable lunches, in which Brownie, Nathan Buckley and Sam attended this one.
Before we get set to our table, all of a sudden the auctioneer's on stage and we're getting auctioned off to sit at your table, Swan. Oh, what a start to the day.
Hang on a minute. As a trio or separate?
Separate.
Oh, God.
How much do you go for, Big John?
It was $1,000, wasn't it?
Oh, Nathan was next, of course, the former Brownlow medalist. He went for 2,000.
Oh!
Wow.
Brownie's
There was a big Collingwood crowd out there. So.
You're probably wondering why I'm playing the main song that came out of Pretty Woman starring Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. Well, because getting paid to have lunch with a bunch of ladies sounds quite boyfriend experience-y to me. Is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. On Tuesday, we were very excited about talking to Shaq, and we promoted it in the strangest way possible.
Be listening to us tomorrow if you want to hear what sort of chemistry Sam Pang and Jonathan Brown would have with Shaquille O'Neal. My daughter told me that his feet are like a size
23, 24? Got that in common.
Not just that either.
What do you guys mean? Can you elaborate?
I'm talking about the trouser cannon, that's what
Sam gave us news of the ex-Prime Minister, Scotty Morrison.
With a little vox pop, by the way, from Scott Morrison's electorate of Cook to get the temperature of his constituents.
I'm very disappointed, actually.
It's pretty dodgy.
Well, I think it's dreadful.
Shouldn't happen.
No, not impressed.
So they're not happy. Also, by the way, those things all women have said to me after sex.
But Shannon Knoll was on the show, and I'll be honest with you, I love Knowlesy.
If my calculations are correct, next year is the 20th anniversary of you being in our lives.
Yes.
Because we were both, you were on Australian Idol and I was on Big Brother.
That's right, the same year, yeah.
I still think of you as, you know, the young farmer guy with a very small family. How old are your kids now?
Thank you, goodness you said family. That was because...
Why, but every time I hear that song Southern Sky by Shannon Knoll, released 5 years ago, I love it, but I always think if that was entered into Eurovision as our song, it would be wild. Knowlesy, Eurovision, we gotta do it. Now, of course, is the big thing that happened this week. We had a chat to Shaquille O'Neal, and Sam informed Shaquille about Brownie's football career.
Shaq, I don't know if you know this, but Brownie, apart from being a very good-looking man, he's a Hall of Fame in Aussie rules. Do you know much about Aussie rules?
I know that those guys are tough. Really tough. Thank you, Shaq. And in order to play, from what I've seen, in order to play that game, you can't be soft. See, I look at all sports. I'm a fan of all sports. But being a tough guy myself, I know who's tough and I know who's not. Like the way most of the guys that are running are physical specimens, and the way they hit, the way they fight. So I don't know much about the game or how it's played, but from the clips I've seen, where you run and you tackle people. So if he's a Hall of Famer, he's a tough son gun.
If he's a Hall of Famer, he's a tough son gun. But
Sorry, but
not
thank
really.
you, Shaq. He's the funniest.
Roll the top. Roll the top.
So funny.
Shaq, I don't know if you know this, but Brownie, apart from being a very good-looking man, he's a Hall of Fame in Aussie rules. Do you know much about Aussie rules?
I know that those guys are tough. Really tough. Thank you, Shaq.
Brady's voice went lower and deeper than Shaq's.
Turned into Barry White. Sam then had this question for Shaq.
What about karaoke, Shaq? Have you ever
No.
never done karaoke?
No, because I can't go high. Like, my voice just stays here. Like, I want to go high.
But I can't go high either.
Like, I come from a land down under. Oh, what I say, I cannot say no more.
I've only ever heard it in tune, Shaq.
Now Peggy said that he was hiding around the corner and just whispered into the microphone.
He added that in this morning.
I was behind Brownie when that.
For everyone who's not a parent or a teacher, it is Book Week, and Chrissy told us what one of her children are going as.
Peg is going as a crayon from the book The Day the Crayons Quit by Oliver Jeffers.
It's a fun costume.
It is a great costume.
What happens to him at
She's
the end?
pumped.
I might grab it later, just to spice things up a bit.
I'll bring it in. I'll bring it in tomorrow, but please give it back to me dry cleaned. It's for children.
All right, that took a bit of a turn now.
Sam opened the vault and played this classic segment.
What are you doing tonight?
This man first came to our attention on a little show called Backyard Blitz in 2002, who's appeared on shows such as Bert's Family Feud, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and Hole in the Wall. Don't Google that on a work computer. You know him as the host of The Block and Gold Logie winner Scott Cam. Good morning, Scotty, and what are you doing tonight?
Morning, gang. It's my eldest son's 26th birthday. We're going out for dinner as a whole family. It's going to be over.
Great. Hey, Scotty, you going to take them taxidermy dogs to the pub?
Yeah, of course.
Ricky Lee, what are you doing tonight?
Well, tonight when I get home, I'm going to be walking in the front door, getting nude as quickly as humanly possible, popping on my big fluffy robe, and then jumping on the couch for a nice long scroll on the gram.
Yes, Ricky Lee.
I'll have to make sure I put something up on the gram tonight then.
I've been meaning.
Yesterday, we had Nick Dacos on the show.
I was wondering, can you remember a single piece of advice that your father, the great Peter Dacos, has ever said to you?
Yeah, gee, there's been a lot, but bit of a cliche, but he's never really put any pressure on me. He's just told me to enjoy my footy and the rewards will come.
Your father's a very boring man.
Finally, during Home Viewer Quiz this morning, Brownie had a spectacular question for Harry.
Harry, I want your life story in 3 seconds.
Do you? I don't.
I do.
Well, I don't really have one.
Well, that's it from me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm out of here. Bye.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie, Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.